Next up, we have Karen Stewart, waving your hand there, patriotic millionaire living in both California and Arizona, and Josh Nassar, the legislative director for the UAW, the United Auto Workers. I'm going to start with Karen first. Karen, tell me, does it get any more mind-boggling than what we've already heard? I think the answer is yes. Tell us, how do the rich get richer?
Well, first of all, you all have in your packet two forms. One says their money versus your sweat, and one is case study one is case study two. I'm a multimillionaire, but the government decides that because of my esteemed status, I should get, in 2018, I should have had $77,200 worth of tax-free long-term capital gains and qualified dividends, or any kind of combination thereof. That's $6,400 a month I should get tax-free because I exist. Okay, this blows my mind. Okay, now, besides that, I'm a working class kid. My dad had a hard hat and worked in a refinery. My mother was a homemaker, and neither had even a high school education. So I'm a product of California State elementary, secondary, and college. Virtually tax-free education, and it has made all the difference in my life. But anyway, I decided, since I became a certified financial planner, that I would, and I've always been interested in money and how to get out of the hole my parents were always in. I decided to make in this case study, these are two fictitious cases of taxpayer married couples. The first one is investors, and they have a net worth of $3.5 million, and properly invested, they could have $101,200 of tax-free income 2018. Now, a working couple earning identical amounts of $101,200 would owe income tax of $8,886 plus $6,274 in Social Security taxes and $1,467 Medicare taxes, for a total of $16,627 that they had to take out of their earnings, plus commuting costs, probably child care costs, probably medical costs, etc. I can afford to pay my taxes. I do not need this kind of a tax break. We are well off. We should pay. I'm grateful to this country I was able to make this kind of money, but a lot of it came from these tax breaks. Like real estate was my shtick. Lots of depreciation write-off, right? Rolling over in tax-free exchanges year after decade. Finally, I paid the taxes because I wanted to be out of the liability. And then they were only 20%. And by the way, I have one other thing. This year, my husband and I can make up to $488,000 of long-term capital gains and qualified dividends, and we'll only pay 15% on those. Workers start at 12% at just under $20,000 a year. This is outrageous, unneeded, unfair, and it's awful. Thank you.
So Josh, Karen gave you probably the best segue possible. So talk about this from the workers' perspective.
Sure. Karen's absolutely right. I mean, we have seen just for auto workers that the actual wages have dropped by 29% in real dollars over the past decade and a half. Meanwhile, productivity's gone way up. So wages are not keeping up with productivity. Meanwhile, you have these massive tax breaks for extreme wealthy that we're talking about here. So what we really need to do is we need to have a tax system that's fair to workers, where they're not paying more and more. And that is what's happening now, and it's because of bad policy. And the only way we're going to change that is if we demand our elected leaders actually create a tax system that creates a sustainable future and allows the middle class to grow instead of shrink like it is right now. So it's very important.
Wow. Thank you very much, Josh.